up, guys? Welcome back to Science with Miss Holly and
Miss Morgan.
Today we are going to be filming a giant toothpaste experiment. Make sure that you wear gloves if you try this at home, wear your goggles, and be safe. Let's get on into it.
Has he been? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our measuring cup and our hydrogen peroxide and we're going to measure out half a cup.
The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1 tablespoon of dry yeast into jug 1 and 3 tablespoons of warm water into jug 2. Next, we're going to pour our half cup of hydrogen peroxide into our bottle. We're also going to add a squirt of dish soap. And 6 to 8 drops.
Next, we're going to take our dry yeast and pour it into our warm cup of water. And we're going to mix it together. Mix, mix, mix. That looks good enough. Okay. Next, we're going to take our hydrogen peroxide, dish soap, and food coloring and pour the yeast and water mixture into the bottle. Stand back and watch what happens.
The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1 tablespoon of dry yeast into jug 1 and 3 tablespoons of warm water into jug 2.
Next, we're going to pour our half a cup of alcohol into our bottle. Along with our alcohol, we're going to add a squirt of dish soap, and a couple drops of food coloring. Red, because wreck 'em. Next, we're going to swirl the bottle to stir our ingredients.
Next, we're going to pour our yeast and water into our bottle. And nothing happened.
Let's talk about why the hydrogen peroxide did something versus the alcohol. The hydrogen peroxide has different molecules in it and has different elements in it than the alcohol does, and that's why we got a fizzy reaction out of the hydrogen peroxide versus the alcohol.
As you can see, alcohol did not react almost at all. We stated in our hypothesis that we believed that the hydrogen peroxide would react with the yeast, creating a foam-like snake trail coming out of the bottle. Overall, that hypothesis was correct, but we thought originally that it would go much faster. Since we had to use a lower percentage of hydrogen peroxide, we believe that is why it wasn't as fast as we had originally thought.
The reason this experiment did what it did with the hydrogen peroxide is because the hydrogen peroxide released water and oxygen, and that reacted with the yeast to make that rising action.